The Princess app could be mind-boggling and frustrating, but when it works great, it really is changing your cruise experience. So in this tutorial, let me help you and walk you through every single aspect of the Princess app. And hopefully you would be able to master it and enjoy your vacation even a whole lot more. First thing you need to do when you want to work with your Princess app is you need to turn on your airplane mode and make sure your Wi-Fi is turned on. You need also to make sure that your Wi-Fi is connected to medallion.net. Once you're connected to the Medallion net, you will open your Princess app. It might take a while for the Princess app to open, especially if you haven't done it the first time. So once you do, you open it, you will see a few things. Right now we are in the middle of the cruise, so you will see all the schedule for today's. You also have your entire ship schedule, reserved dining, the guide for the port, download my photos, load a spa, and any ocean delivery. So let's go through this one by one. First, like I mentioned, these are all your schedule that you could see here. You have the option to book shore excursion, again directly from your app. All you have to do is click on it, okay, and you could click reserve now. Obviously this is not because it's already yesterday. Explore dining option. This will show you all the dining option, and when you want to make a reservation, let's say you click here, okay, and you could look for the reservation availability. These are my guests or the people on my cruise, and it will give me the option to today, and that's available time slot. I want to do it, let's say tomorrow, and these are the available time slot. I'm going to click on this. I could choose whether I want it private table or share with other people and save. It will automatically do that. Now, any kind of reservation, I would always double check and even call or even maybe stop by just to make sure that it did go through. You know, app is not perfect. Sometimes it does have little bit glitches. You could also use the same app to book your regular dining. So this is not simply for the specialty dining. Even though the specialty dining, of course, is all the way on the top. Next part is you could see the entire ship schedule. Personally, I'm getting too old, so I don't really like looking at over here. I prefer looking at on the Princess better. If you don't mind it, obviously these are also a very good way of looking at what's available today, and you could choose and schedule yourself to put it here, and you could click bookmark, and this will bookmark it, and 15 minutes or 10 minutes before the event started, the app will notify me, hey, you know, this event is going. Next is the reserve dining. This will take you to the same screen as in before. This is the guide to the port. For today, we are in Cabo San Lucas. If you've been cruising with Princess before, you know that in the past, they used to print out those very big with a lot of information about the port. Well, guess what? They no longer print that out, so it's actually here. And again, I don't particularly like using this because it is incredibly small. You know, the only time I would read this is when I'm looking it through my tablet, which is a whole lot easier. Next, this is the photos. They are using AI to, you know, and face recognition to see, in case you're wondering, how do they know which one is my photos? Let's see if I have any photos. Switch sides, no, I'm okay. And all this, you do have to quote unquote make sure you approve of the term of use. And Lotus Spa, view sample spa menu, and sometimes you could even make a reservation over there too. OceanNow is one of the best part of the Princess app and the Medallion, is you could order any deliveries of any food anywhere, and we do mean anywhere. So you could be in one of the pools, literally, or in the jacuzzi and order your food as long as you have Medallion and your phone nearby. So I could click order delivery, and these are the categories. As you could see, there is currently a charge of $15. This is a one-time fee to be able to order with app for the whole cruise. So it's kind of worth it if you do enjoy having that service, or if you have a Princess Plus and Premier, those will be already included. So you definitely could choose whatever orders you want to put. So here's a good example. I'm going to click on the food, and those are the different suites that I could order. Okay, the bill will of course directly goes to your stateroom account. The cool thing about this is, combined with Medallion, it's easy for the server to track you, and not only that, because your Medallion has your pictures in it, in that file, they would be able to see exactly who they need to deliver it to, unless of course if you have a twin. And that's for your first page. Next one is service. Same thing, this is where you could order anything. Journey is where you see the ship map, right? These are the explore the ship map, and this is anything that you bookmark, like the one that I showed you earlier about the schedule. And then this is the ship schedule. So again, my journey and ship schedule. Chat is one of the cool things, because you could literally chat with your shipmate. So I could start a new conversation. My husband, hi, and send this, and he would be able to receive that. If you see the 2 check mark, that's when it's already been sent. Okay, and the person already received it, but we don't know if they already read it. There is one disadvantage though, that so far it doesn't seem to notify you when a message coming. You could also contact a crew call over here. I very rarely have to do that. You know, as you could see, that will connect you to the customer service. So there are limited things that you could do, but you could definitely do that. Next part is under your profile. As you could see, there are a lot of things in the profile. So bear with me. I would like to make this tutorial to be very thorough. So first, onboard packages. This is we already on our 3rd day, so it's no longer available. But in the beginning, I believe the first 48 hours, if you still want to buy a Plus or Premier, this is where the option you could do it through the app. Medallion not Wi-Fi, this is the one that I mentioned. We are currently buying the entire voyage for multi-device, so that's mean that's for 4 devices per account. Prices is specifically for Princess Premier. So if you buy Princess Premier, this is where your price is. This is the best part, is the folio. The folio shows you the bill. Like I mentioned before, you always need to check your folio every single day. It is very important, because if there is any mistake, you want to get that handled as soon as possible instead of waiting until you're going back home. Cruise deposit, again, I mentioned this before, that, you know, if you really like cruising with Princess so far, really consider putting in some cruise deposit. You could do this also on your app. So I'm going to click continue. From here, I could put 3 and 3, and this will go to review and make sure you accept term and condition. Safety essential. This is the one that you need to do in the beginning of the cruise. Next is my photos. Again, this is where you put all the photos that they've been taking about you. You know, my shipmates. Okay, this is where you're gonna put all your shipmates. Well, what if, and this is pending when you are requesting, usually underage, it will show as a pending request here until their parents approve. Parental control, so these are all the kids that under my supervision. You could link a child and they would put the first name, last name, the booking number, and this would put that child under your children. So this is make it easier if you need to sign any clearance. Personal information, payment method. This is where your credit card is, okay? And typically you cannot do this, you cannot change this while you are already on the board, except without going to the guest services. So make sure you do that. Rewards and credits. This is part of if you're using Medallion Pay. So what is Medallion Pay? Medallion Pay is you could use a Medallion to go shopping on very limited amount of stores onshore. They are typically in Caribbean and Alaska. But when you use Medallion Pay, it will give you some reward for a certain percentage that you use. This is your preference. So you get your persona. They ask you about, your interests, what do you like. Okay, of course, this is up to you what you want to put, your character and your style. Dining preferences ask about what kind of dining do you prefer. So if you have allergy, this is the best part to put it. Do you have any diet, special diet, right? Alcohol free? And do you prefer any sitting? So does that mean that you always get what you want? No, it's just a preference. So they will always try to make sure that they fulfill your wish, but not always happening. So make sure you click save. In the room, they also have the same time, do you want queen bed or twin bed? Okay, the bed configuration. Accessibility, which is very important, cannot change that after you board the ship, like I mentioned. And this is communication form. Do you want to put all your information here? As you could see, majority of time we don't. Settings, you will have security questions. Okay, you could change this and change your security answer. The language, yes, you have 3 different settings for the language. You could delete the account if you don't want it anymore, or for whatever reason, somehow they created 2 accounts. You could always call Princess and have them merge it. The support, if you need any help with your apps, the oceanfront and guest services, obviously, while you're on ship. This is when you're offshore. This is the legality, all those different privacy policies, and you could log out in case somebody else want to use their account here. We highly recommend that you only do your own account per gadget. Their app really does quite a lot of stuff. Hopefully this would help you to enjoy your first Princess Cruise vacation.